Please welcome our next fighter making his way to the cage, Julio the Wolf Lopez.
This is it, folks. The main event of the evening. Three-minute rounds in the lightweight division for the vacant University of Mixed Martial Arts lightweight title. Tonight's competitors, Julio Lopez, ranked number 15 in the state of California, and Antonio Lopez, sporting a gaudy record of 4 wins and 1 loss. On his way right now, the first of our 2 competitors, Julio Lopez.
Julio, the Southpaw, is fighting his 4th fight here at the U of MMA. His last 3 wins have been here, and, you know, he's exciting. He's a wrestler from high school. He wrestled in junior college. He has great head movement, really well-timed strikes, counter strikes. He's got the grappling, he's got the takedowns, passes guard really well. He's a really patient fighter. He's really well-rounded.
This is a well-rounded fighter with 4 victories, no losses, all 4 victories finished.
Nice.
TKO, Spencer Mayweather. TKO, Orlando Itza. Submission, Kurt Eberhard. TKO, Pius Lobo Jr. And that's not a list of soft takes either.
Absolutely not.
Julio Lopez, really entertaining fighter, super stoic faced. You'll see that when he's in there.
He's got a little bit of that Grey Guard Musasi thing going on.
Yeah, gay guard face.
Gay guard.
The Musasi smile, which is not a smile at all.
He Musasis.
He Musasis all over it. Fighting with King Combat Sports out of Silmar, California. Not only do you have 3 years of high school wrestling, Julio Lopez, a CIF champion as well.
Yes, and he's very involved in the Great 818 nonprofit organization that benefits children.
Well, let's meet his opponent, Antonio Lopez.
No relation.
And his opponent making his way to the cage, Antonio Lopez.
And across the cage from Julio, Antonio Lopez, the 20-year-old, stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, training with Gooch Training Academy and Saekson Muay Thai.
Antonio, whoa, I'm gonna rewind. Antonio, great fighter coming out of Saekson's, trains with Rob Gooch. Coach Gooch said he trains like a pro, that this guy is poised and is ready to come into the fight. He's gonna come home with the belt. That is obviously Coach Gooch's prediction for the fight tonight, but Julio's been with him for 1 year, and coming off that 1 loss that he had, he said that he never wanted to feel that again, and has not lost since then, that he promised himself that he would never be on that side of the fight again.
Both fighters on a 4-fight win streak. Antonio Lopez, a very smart striker, extremely well trained, as you just mentioned, training with Gooch. He gets his hips behind his punches, and that's a big thing. He's not throwing arm punches. His punches come from the bottom all the way to the top.
Yeah.
On top of all of that, he's super competent in all phases of the game.
Absolutely.
It's not a part of the game where Antonio Lopez has a major gap.
Yes. Not only does he train with Coach Gooch, he trains at Saekson Muay Thai with Julio Trana. What? Julio, I'm sorry, I can't remember your last name. Julio at Saekson, and Ivan Castaneda for his boxing. He's coming in with some great coaching and really ready to fight.
As has often been the case in Julio Lopez's fights, this comes down to probably being the grappling of Julio Lopez against the striking of his opponent tonight, Antonio.
And we can't call them by their last names in this fight. Is this a first for the U, fighters with the same last name?
I don't think so. I think we've had
Lopez?
I feel like we've had Gonzalez before.
Well,
that's your last name.
Donna Gonzalez. Find me on Facebook.
The greatest unnecessarily hyphenated last name of all time.
It's awesome.
No,
and
it's fantastic.
Facebook would not let me square it, so clearly I had to hyphenate it.
Let's kick off this title bout inside the cage with Salvador Arellano.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The time has arrived. This is the main event of the evening. Brought to you by bodybuilding.com. Scheduled for 3-minute rounds for the vacant University of Mixed Martial Arts Lightweight Championship title. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a submission grappler. He comes to the cage with a perfect record. 4 wins, no losses. 3 wins coming by way of knockout, 1 by submission. He stands at 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighed in at 153.8 pounds. Representing King's Combat Academy, he is currently ranked number 15 in the state of California. From Pacoima, California, Julio the Wolf Lopez. And his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. He brings an impressive record of 4 wins and 1 loss to the cage. 2 wins coming by way of knockout. He stands at 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighing officially at 152.4 pounds. Fighting with Gooch Academy and Saekson's Muay Thai from Canoga Park, California, Antonio Lopez.
All right, gentlemen, main event of the evening. We've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We're gonna have a clean fight. Touch gloves and let's do this.
Man in charge of the action, veteran referee Herb Dean.
The crowd is on their feet. Folks, this is it, the main event of the evening. The University of Mixed Martial Arts lightweight title on the line. Julio Lopez in the blue corner, Antonio Lopez in the red corner. This is for the title. Welcome to the University of Mixed Martial Arts. It starts here.
Oh,
Antonio with a big kick to the body. And Julio quickly turning this into a grappling match.
yeah. Antonio wants that takedown. And Julio is saying no.
Ooh,
I'm
nasty
gonna
tie
clinch up
plum.
and kick you. Knee. Woo.
These guys are firing. This is a championship bout.
Julio getting a lot of encouragement from the crowd.
Big fan favorite here at the U.
Of course, Julio in the blue, Antonio in the red.
More knees to the body. Julio has a nasty tie plum.
Antonio
though,
going for the takedown and got it.
you know,
But
we really,
Julio doing a really good job defending it, pulling him into his guard, and now he's got him in half. He's got Antonio in half guard.
we thought this would be about the wrestling of Julio and the striking of Antonio, but so far it's been Julio putting the strikes on and Antonio here pushing the grappling exchanges.
You were right about the Lopez, though.
That is true.
I feel like Antonio needs to bring his hips back a little bit. He's way too far up.
Just passing the
on top
midway
of
point.
Julio, and he's not going to be effective where he is. He's got to pull his hips back in order to, well, he could get a head and arm triangle right there, but for him to really do anything from that position, he's got to pull his hips back. He's got full mount now, and that's a great place to be. Let's see if Antonio can capitalize on this spot.
Antonio content to rain down some heavy blows from top.
If he can flatten Julio out, he could finish this fight. There he goes.
Antonio really
But
pouring
Antonio
it on
doing
now.
a good job. Julio doing a good job standing up and not letting himself getting flattened out.
The strength of Julio Lopez.
Antonio is not letting go of that back. He is like a backpack on him right now. Woo!
Blood coming from the face of Julio.
Julio trying to toss him in a scramble right now, comes out and is able to push him up against the fence and start swinging. But Antonio says, no, we're going back to the ground.
This is not the way we thought this fight was going to go. This is
Absolutely
the
not.
exact role reversal.
But I'm enjoying it nevertheless. Antonio working those hips, trying to get on the inside of those knees, but Julio's doing a really good job. Except he's flattened out now. He's got to get his knee back in there and get Antonio off the top of him. Again, Antonio is really high up.
Nasty top game from Antonio Lopez here in the first round.
the legendary Herb Dean in the ring. I think all fighters want Herb to be their ref at some point.
Herb and Big John. That's
Herb
why
and
the two
Big
big
John,
ones.
absolutely. And we usually have one of them here at the U because, you know, we're cool.
We're awesome.
We're pretty awesome.
Antonio Lopez, really impressive with the grappling game.
Okay,
Yeah.
the clinch, you know, he's
Well,
going down, yeah? So, okay.
We talked about this. He's really rounded off his training. He's got Coach Gooch in his corner, and I think they've really been working the ground hard.
Not to mention 2 years of wrestling in high school, and on top of that, we've seen before the great level changes. Here's that sort of throw or flip from Julio. You're gonna be also impressed with the strength of Julio Lopez to get up off the ground and pick up.
Oh man,
a guy like
Julio
Antonio
is
on top of him.
strong.
Let's get ready, folks. Round number 2 on its way at the University of Mixed Martial Arts.
Head nod from both fighters. Straight into a guillotine from Julio.
Looks like Antonio knows the game he wants to play. He
Absolutely.
feels dominant on the ground.
Julio going for that rubber guard. He's got to be in full guard to get it though. And Antonio passing way too easy.
Really slick pass.
Yeah.
Slicing
He's got to
through
get
that
those
butter.
hips in so he can get full side control. Because right now, his hips are up high, and Julio has the opportunity to get his knee in. And then here, Antonio's been here before. He likes to be in side control, but he's really high up. I don't see him being incredibly dominating without getting his hips back a little bit. His hips are up too high, so Julio can get his knee in.
And now the crucifix
But
position
he's got
for
a
a
little,
moment.
yeah, he does have a little bit of a crucifix, but because his hips are so high up, he's not able to maintain it. And the crowd yelling for Antonio. He is getting in some good shots, but he has to work really hard for them, and he's giving Julio way too much room to work with. And there he goes for the full mount, and ended up in side control.
Approaching the midpoint of round number 2.
Antonio needs to be careful because he can get swept from here.
Well, there was a possible arm triangle for a moment there on the wrong side.
Yes. I'm not sure what Julio is doing on the bottom. Actually, I don't know what either of them are doing. I'm not sure what's going on there. But there goes Antonio trying to flatten him out and using his shoulder to push Julio's face away, which is really good. It's very controlling from that position. And it's going to allow him to pass, which it looks like he didn't. He's going to be able to go to full mount or just end up in side control, and that's fantastic.
Back in that crucifix
Now he's got
position.
those heavy hips, and he's able to rain down shots, which is exactly what he wants to do. I'd love to see him get those hips just a little bit lower.
Punches rain down here.
Crucifix position, though, and he is able to maintain it.
Julio eating a lot of leather right
Julio
now.
eating a lot of leather and really not able to do anything from it. He needs to get to his knee. He needs to get out from that position. If he could maybe push it and grab Julio's arm and kind of do a Heisman push off of him. And there is the Americana, but I don't think he has it locked in right to finish it.
Approaching the final 15 seconds.
And there goes Julio trying to reverse it, not able to get his hips up high enough. I have to say that Antonio is doing a great job maintaining that side control. And he's back in the half guard.
Antonio just stifling with this wrestling game.
Absolutely. Not allowing Julio to get any position, get out of it, and effectively not being able to score. So Antonio did a great job of taking the fight to exactly where he wanted it to be and dominating it.
Keep it standing or
pushing his frame off because you keep that cell phone control.
180 seconds remain to decide this fight.
Non-stop.
And you got to think at this point, Julio Lopez probably needs a finish.
And watch,
That would
he's
be
gonna
my
take
guess.
that shot over
I think
and
that's
over
what his
again.
coaches would tell him. If I was his coach,
need
that's what I would tell him. If I'm Antonio's coaches, I'm encouraging him to do exactly what he's been doing
Stick to the plan.
and do it even more. More of what he's been doing.
Chin down, tuck that chin in.
For more information on future University of Mixed Martial Arts events, visit us online at uofmma.com, also on Twitter at uofmma, and on Instagram at uofmma.
Imagine that.
Imagine that. How lucky are we that no one else had that name anywhere?
I don't know how we got away with it.
Magic.
Touch your face.
This is it, folks, the final 3 minutes of our main event of the evening.
Both of these fighters.
Can Antonio Lopez make the third verse the same as the first two, or will Julio Lopez rewrite the book here in the final stanza?
Oh, that was very nice. Antonio going for that high kick and then going straight into a takedown. That was nice.
The level changes of Antonio, really great.
Oh man, that's fantastic.
Yeah, Antonio throwing single strikes to get Julio to defend and then immediately looking for the takedown. He wants no part of the silly striking exchange.
Right? And he is working for that takedown. I think he knows how effective he's been on the ground. He's determined to get it back there. And at the same time, Julio not wanting it to go there. He is doing everything he can not to get taken down, to stand up where he wants to be.
Those elbows right there have got to cause a lot of pain.
Oh, those are going to hurt tomorrow. Absolutely. And there goes that takedown. Oh, Julio was able to get out of it. Nice.
Overhand right lands for Antonio.
And this is where Julio wants to be.
This is where he can win this fight right now.
Absolutely. And Antonio is very aware of that. Nice, man, his level changes are amazing.
Big left kick, just blocked by the glove.
Antonio going for that takedown again with those knee, and he's got a knee in.
The last thing Julio Lopez wants right now is to take this fight to the ground.
Absolutely not. So
This is
he's
not-
very smart, going up against the cage, wrapping him up and not allowing Antonio to take him down, and giving himself time to score points. Getting those, he's going to need to get some knees in there and to start really being aggressive.
He needs to back out and
Which
throw
he
some
is.
leather here.
Absolutely. But by wrapping Antonio up, he's preventing him from getting the takedowns.
Absolutely.
So he's fighting very smartly right now.
Entering the final minute of our championship fight. And here we go.
Oh my God,
We
this
have
is
a firefight.
amazing. Got a reversal up against the fence, and Antonio is going for that takedown. I feel like he's gonna get it. He is determined, and Julio is determined not to give it to him. But Antonio said we're going down.
Can Julio get back to his feet
He
and
did.
make some opening?
It's gonna happen again. There it is. There it is. Antonio is imposing his will against Julio right now. Let's see if Julio can work that guard and keep Antonio off of him in side control where he's been so effective all night.
15 seconds left. Can
If
Julio
Antonio
pull
gets
out a
that
victory?
pass, okay, he's got it. Julio's got his butterflies in, which is exactly what you want, except if Antonio gets that pass, it's bad news.
And that
Beautiful
is
fight.
it.
Beautiful fight. Antonio is feeling very confident in his performance tonight.
And he should. He was
And he
fantastic
should.
from bell to bell.
And he should. Coach Gooch giving him some love.
Man, that thing was turned into a firefight there in the last
Man,
minute.
that
or so.
last couple exchanges was like Rocky and Apollo.
Rocky and Apollo.
Yeah, that's
What
how old I am.
What a comparison.
That's how old I am.
Well, as we wait for our judges to render their decision, let's take the time to thank some of our sponsors tonight: WSS Shoe Style Selection, PaperDepot.biz, Bodybuilding.com, and that's it with the period at the end. That's it, providing you with high quality energy supplement bars.
Delicious.
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 What a fight.
That's how you end a fight night here at the U.
Fight Night 10 about to be in the books. For information on Fight Night 11, again, go to uofmma.com. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at uofmma. Matchmaker Jay Tan, very happy with the results.
Jay Tan is very proud of himself tonight. And you know what? We are proud of Jay
He
Tan.
should be. Great matchmaking. This really was a championship fight. All 3 championship fights tonight performed at the highest level.
Jay Tan saying this is what the U of MMA is all about. That's a direct quote.
Well, the crowd definitely has their opinions, but luckily for us, their opinions don't matter. We will soon hear who is leaving with the hardware and who's leaving with just parking fees to pay.
Oh, man. Parking fees.
Oh, the worst. Ah! Our judges looking very, very close at this fight.
Well, it's a championship fight. You don't want to mess it up.
And here we go. The judges giving our in-cage announcer, Salvador Arellano, the final information. You can see in the gray jacket, matchmaker Jay Tan waiting with the belt.
Looking very stoic and professional.
The professional he is. And now for our official decision, let's take it inside the cage with Salvador Arellano.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. After 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. First judge, Larry Landless, scores a fight 30-27. Judge Jen Takos scores a fight 30-26. Judge Chris Crail scores a fight 30-26. All in favor for your winner by unanimous decision and new University of Mixed Martial Arts lightweight champion, out of the red corner, Antonio Lopez.
All right, I'm here with your new lightweight champion, Antonio Lopez. Antonio, back in the locker room, you were so focused. You looked like a man possessed. You told us you were coming for that belt. How important is this title to you?
Oh, man, it's been 3 years in the making, man. 3 years nonstop work, injuries, broken bones, blood, sweat, tears. It's unbelievable, man.
You came out, you looked good on your feet. You absolutely smothered him. You weren't afraid to trade. You even got him into a mounted crucifix, landing bombs. What was the game plan coming in here against Julio?
Game plan was handling striking, but he's a hard hitter, so I had to change my game plan, take him down. He's a tough guy. He couldn't finish him standing, so I had to go to the ground and try to finish him where my strength is. So that's how the game plan went.
There was absolutely no quit. Even at the end of the round, whenever you were trying to get that takedown, he was landing vicious elbows to your kidneys. How bad are those hurt, and what was going through your mind at that time?
They were stiff, man. They were stiff. It's bone on muscle, and I just had to take them and not give up on the takedown because I knew I had it. I had to finish it, so I didn't want to give it up. So, like a shark, man, I had to finish it.
Well, you did a great job. Who would you like to thank for your performance here today?
First of all, obviously, I want to thank God. Every Sunday I go. This Sunday I couldn't go, obviously, because I have my fight today, but had to miss Sunday. But my mom, my dad, my sisters, my whole GTA family, Saekson's Muay Thai family. Oh, man. My boys, all my homies from way back when, man. They're all here supporting. So just thank everybody, man. Just thank everybody. Everyone that's here to support.
It was an awesome fight. We also want to thank Julio Lopez for putting on a great show for us. What else would you like to say?
Just one more thanks to my coach, Gooch, who since day one told me, you stick with me, you do what I say, and I'll get you a belt. 3 years later, here I am. So I just want to thank Gooch over here for getting me there. So thank you, Coach.
It was a great start, wonderful performance. Your new champ at 155 pounds. Give it up for Antonio Lopez.
Your winner and new lightweight champion, Antonio Lopez.